The ships, the sea vessels, the boats, the canals, the harbors, the piers, the build-outs along waterfronts is all out of place. It's all out of place. It doesn't make any sense. It's way too much. It's too much. It's so advanced. So much skill would have to go into this, and time, and you would need so many materials and resources. So that's why today I have some more Photocrom postcards. Photocrom being the process which imbues lifelike color and vibrancy into black and white photographs. I love the sky colors on a lot of these postcards. They're all postcards from the years 1890 to 1910. 1890 to 1910. And notice the clear resolution, the high resolution, the high definition here in all of these postcards, pretty much all these Photocrom postcards. They're all photographs, real black and white photographs, which have been imbued with lifelike color. 1890 to 1910. So that right there was the Impregnable in Plymouth, England. And we're going to be jumping around here. We're going to be in the US, we're going to be in England, we're going to be in Ireland, around Europe, Africa, and it's all looking the same. Completely built out, all along the waterfronts, um, and fully built out canals, Phoenician and Anunnaki ships, and just give me a break. This one here is the Victory. They say it fought at the Battle of Trafalgar. It still remains at the Portsmouth Royal Naval Dockyard today. What they say, you can go see it today still. And it's not looking like our boat, not looking like the work of us, looking extremely advanced and like an Anunnaki boat, if I've ever seen one. Okay, and I don't know who these folks were, Tartarians, Anunnakis. I don't know. Okay, it's the same folks, the old worlders. Okay, these Anunnaki Phoenicians, we know what they look like with their flowing robes and garments and their fruit and their flowers everywhere, which you'll see some more of in this collection, and their boats. These are their boats. They have nice boats, and they does it get any more original than that anchor right there? This wooden Phoenician Anunnaki sailboat. Give me a break. And this quadruple mast sail ship right next to it, completely wooden, all wooden. The masts and everything are all wooden. And does it get any more old world than that anchor on this wooden boat, plank out and all? Give me a break. Now we have a ship here, the Hohenzollern, leaving Venice in this perfect canal, man-made, built-out canal with walls, and this detail is going back to Sweden from Italy. It's a steamer. It looks very advanced, and look at the front, the bow of the ship, and it's all decked out with the old world artwork. They put their artwork on everything, these Anunnakis. They put their artwork on everything, these Anunnakis. Give me a break. And what are these masts really? Are they just periscopes and such, or what are these really? With all these wires sticking down. Okay, with all these wires sticking down, what is this? What's going on here? 1890 to 1910, fully built out canal systems behind in the background with buildings right at the canal's edge. I love that. When the cities are built like from the canal's back, that's just the skill that goes into that is okay. And this is the Lydia. It's called the Lydia. It's a steamer. Phoenician Anunnaki artwork up here. This Anunnaki artwork, this Phoenician artwork. Give me a break. This Tartarian artwork. They put it on everything. They put their artwork on everything. That's how we can tell it's the stuff. Very nice stuff. Very nice artwork on it. And their artwork always looks the same. It's very nice and it's incredible. That's in England. Here as well in England as well. Advanced looking sail back here. This is a steam ferry. Okay, they're all ready to go, face forward in the cart. I don't know why the donkeys are pulling the cart and not the horse here, but the horse is getting a snack, maybe getting a little peanut butter, and they're about to take off here. That's a steam engine right there. Clean burning, water emitting steam engine. They emitted clean water vapor from their stacks originally, with the exception of some residual lubricants and such, which I think were bio-friendly, and I think they used biochars as well for coal. And this here is a smoking cabin, excuse me, a smoking cabin of the Kaiser Wilhelm steamer. And this was said to be the first passenger ship that sank in World War One. And this is an Anunnaki boat. Excuse me, but no, this is an Anunnaki boat. All this human leather stuff going on here, these riveted chairs, okay, these riveted chairs, and we have felt and cashmere tablecloths. We have electric lights up here, clearly electric lighting systems up here, see, in the ceiling. And we got the Anunnaki artwork everywhere. Their flowers and their portraits right here. We know what they look like. Here they are. Here's their portrait, these Anunnakis. And we have all this beautiful flower work up here. When these Anunnaki Phoenicians come rolling in the door, the flowers and the fruit start flying everywhere, okay? They bring the stuff with them, and it's everywhere, all over those stuff, and it stays there. See? These beautiful flowers everywhere. Give me a break. We know who that stuff belongs to. And it ain't us, baby. These rivets down this deck right here. Now we're on the decks of the Kaiser and Maria Theresa. And we have a steamer in the background, beautiful benches, beautiful dresses, a giant right here, head almost scraping the top here of the balcony of the deck. And what's going on here? And we have Cairo, Egypt, very advanced looking sails here. They're all kind of unique, but they're all pretty big boats here. Big cabins, possibly electric boats. I don't see steam stacks, but they're double sails here. Beautiful design. Cairo, Egypt, in the Nile, what looks like canal. That's not the Nile River. That's a canal right here. But it says the Nile River, but this is a canal, you see? Built out walls and everything. USS Texas, said to have been completed in 1892. They were flying these things around. This is a battleship in World War One, a World War One battleship. And give me a break, that's a lie. It has the artwork right here telling the story. That's that Anunnaki artwork. This is an Anunnaki boat. This is a Phoenician boat. Give me a break. It's not our boat. Look at the tech. Give me a break. They were flying these around in World War One and pretty much got their asses spanked when they were flying these things around. You know why? Because they had the same thing on that side, baby. On that side of the world, they had the same tech, the same Anunnaki boats with the Anunnaki artwork everywhere, this Phoenician artwork, Tartarian artwork, whatever it is, this old world stuff. This is not our boat. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. In World War One, 1892, you just give me a break. This is the city of Erie at the Cleveland Buffalo line, and we have a steamer here, clean steam blowing out, and we have a steam paddler. And this is a cruise ship, if I've ever seen one. Look at all the people. They're having a blast, hands up, foiling and everything. They are having a blast. They still run these things down the Ohio River today, too. You can take a ride on these things. I might do that. I'd be standing right there, baby, watching this thing turn all day long. I'd be standing right there. Clean steam water vapor being emitted from these steam stacks on this steam paddler right here, Columbia River. Chicago River, these are grain ships being filled up, and notice that these red brick buildings are a part of the canal system. They are the canal walls in this situation. And we have red brick buildings here, spires, towers, beautiful sky colors in these colorized images. Clean steam water vapor being emitted here. My neighborhood, a Minnehaha woman. And this is a beautiful canoe right here. I'm a canoeer, and this is a handmade canoe, and this is absolutely incredible. This is made with extreme skill. Not sure what kind of hide this is. They did lots of trading in this area. Look at the hide outfit here, these designs and these shoes. And that might be buffalo hide or something. I'm not sure. It could be anything because they traded a lot over here in this area. Clean water vapor emitted from this steam paddler here, and it's going through a bypass canal, a man-made and it says that in the description, a man-made bypass canal which was created. But look at the state of the bricks here. Ashen, gray, burnt, cooked out. And we have about a class 3 rapid here, a pretty bony rapid. Yeah, I don't blame them for bypassing this whitewater right here. That'd be a little tricky in one of these fellows here. Be fun in a canoe, but not in this thing, which looks very similar to the buildings in the old world as well. These oblong, rectangular, even-spaced windows, these verandas and these overhangs and these beautiful designs, symmetrical and just nice. Same with the buildings here. This is not Europe. This is Chicago. Looking like Gotham City right here with these rivets and these overhead rail systems, these rail cars. They're not cable cars. There's no cable in the track. There's no cable above. There's no wires above. No wires across from from building to building here. No messy wires, but we do have Antiquitech antennas here, which don't have flags yet. And we have incredible architecture here with Antiquitech. This is Chicago, Wabash Avenue. Beautiful dresses down here. Wabash Avenue, looking like Gotham City with those rivets. Give me a break. Look at the diapered bricks here on this building. And what are those strips? I don't think they're fire escapes. What are those? And this monument here seems to have some new tacky, cheap, puny bronze stuck on top of here, right here, and here, and some phoenix turkeys right here. Strange rod right here, a big metal rod with a piece of tech on top. Antennas in the background, antennas here, which don't have flags yet. They're starting the flag thing here in this one, in this case. But we have trams here, no visible cables or anything, or wires. We seem to be lit up with electricity, but no visible messy power wires anywhere, power poles. But we have Antiquitech antennas on all the buildings and such in a lot of these postcards. Very clean, well-kept cities. This here, red brick canal wall, fully built out, man-made. This is Mississippi, the Biloxi Lighthouse, and they had to make a big deal that this was a female-operated lighthouse. Built, or they say it was opened in 1846, but wasn't electrified until 1927. 1927. That's strange. Seems to be a missing obelisk here, this enormous masonry foundation here, way too big for this puny little bronze piece here. And we have all this enormous perfection in the background, enormous, enormous lampposts in a perfect circle here. I guarantee this circle is perfect around this gate. Clean, well kept, no messy wires anywhere, but we seem to be electrified and such. You know the deal. Got about a class 5 rapid here, pretty bony. They call it the Whirlpool Rapids Bridge. So I'm guessing that name Whirlpool Rapids, I'm guessing this is not runnable, and we're going to have to portage this. Looking like we have some cooked out, hello, looks like we have some smoked out, cooked out deals going on here with some pockets of survival sticking out of the side. Pockets of survival, apertures down here, down below, which seem to be in use today because there seems to be a road up here that they've made or something. This connects the US and Canada about a mile upriver from Niagara Falls. Not too far away here. Now we're at Coney Island Beach. Seems to be an electric boat here with some strange angled masts. I don't see a steam stack, and it's a strange shaped and sized boat with that cabin and such. I'm not sure if this is an electric boat, but it's a good candidate, I'd say. We have a man in black here. Everybody's decked out here at the beach in their best attire and dresses and gear. The Alcazar, these are said to be single pour buildings. These are cast buildings, they say. I'm not sure about that. If I were to go here, I'd find out if they had a brick core or not. I could find out real quick. But they say that they're single pour. If they're not, they do appear to have a very thick poured casing, at least. But look in the background here, though. We have a perfect canal, perfectly straight, built out canal behind here in St. Augustine, Florida, at the Alcazar. And this is Oxford, England here, the Magdalen Tower. Look at the perfect canal here, perfectly built out. You're sitting on my, when I'm reading here, I need my notes. Excuse me, I have a cat sitting on my notes. So this is Magdalen Tower. It's part of the college in Oxford, England. Built out canal here, and it seems to be man-made, in my opinion. We have the Whitby Abbey here, all destroyed, and looks like it's melted down. And then we have smoked out white ashen bricks here on the building now. I'm sure they didn't build it like this. And we have what seems to be a man-made equidistant water feature here. And they're having a drink here. And it seems like this is man-made, and this is cooked out, smoked out, and blown to bits. Most of the building has come down. You see, this is the back wall. Here's the front wall. Where's the rest of the building? More than half it's gone. What kind of force? What kind of force does this? And the sky is beautiful. And the sky is beautiful. Look at the colors. But what kind of force brings down that much of a building, if not from within the structure itself? That's what I'm saying, baby. These look like components. Here we have mineral spring fed spas. These spas are fed by mineral springs, and it was a popular spa attraction in the 1700s. So we're using water for all different types of things in the past. This is the Shakespeare Monument Theater, and my cat wants to play now. He's gonna go crazy here. Okay, and said to have been erected in 1879 and burnt down, came down in flames. This brick building came down in flames in 1926 during the era of the pyromaniacs. And we have a perfectly equidistant canal in front of the Stratford-on-Avon at the Memorial Theatre. His bride-to-be's, Anne Hathaway's cottage, I just wanted to throw this in here. It looks exactly the same today. And I see that there are smoked out ashen bricks down below here, but they are red bricks up here above. And you can see behind the stucco that's come off here. It looks almost the same today. Red brick chimneys, beautiful cottage, Anne Hathaway's cottage. Now we're in Lowestoft Pier. It's all wooden. Look at this design here on the wood here in iron and such. And we have these ornate lighthouse tower things here and these advanced looking sails, different types of sails here, completely man-made and built out all around. And this wood here, wood and rivets. And we got some melted out, cooked out cobblestone brick steps here going up the high street. More man-made water features at Kew Gardens. This is the one remaining museum of 4 which were here originally, they say. So they tore 3 of them down. And now we're at the Houses of Parliament, and there's no human error got into this. I mean, this is like, I mean, God, this type of stuff leaves you speechless. I mean, look how big that is. And we have a canal here that's perfect. No human error got into this whatsoever. As if it dropped down from heaven and slammed down to earth and said, hello, welcome. Guy over here, maybe taking a few casty poos in the water here in the lunch break. Got some huge wooden boats though. See how big these boats are still compared to this fella here? And we got a steamboat over here, steamboat here. Seems to be going pretty fast too. They're throwing a wake here. I mean, come on. Perfect beachfront properties. These were popular in the 1700s. Beachside resorts. Brick masonry buildings, not built with these rickety raggedy carts. These topply carts and these horses did not build these brick masonry buildings. Give me a break. Look at this stuff. Look at this stuff. This is a joke. I mean, give me a break. Look at this. The chimney. Even inside of there, the detail inside under that overhang right there, all the detail in there, and the bricks right here. So they're all brick. The brick cobblestone drive here, they're bricks, brick drives, diapered brick pattern here, diapered brick diamonds here, just to show off. That's difficult to diaper bricks like that. And they're all Tudors. And they're all different and they fit together like a glove. Beautiful dresses. And here we have another garden. This is the, what garden is this? Not cute. This is Valley Gardens. Still a popular attraction today. We have beautiful ironwork everywhere. It's ridiculous. So out of the league. I mean, give me a break. Out of the league. Look at all this work. Up here even too. Here, up here. That's ridiculous. And that's just a gazebo with all this detail. And there's natural mineral springs here. That's why they're all coming here to use the mineral springs. And you still can today. It's popular. So they're dragging the horse carts through the water. He's about to get kicked in his forehead and woken up. These guys are stuck. This horse may be stuck. And these wagons, you would need about 100 wagons, 200 horses, because some of them are going to die, just to build this much of this building that we see visible here. That's what you would need to build just what we see here of this one building. Okay? That's how horse and cart would work. Because you can only fill these carts up about from the base here, this high of bricks. You can't pyramid these bad boys up. These horses can't pull that. You can only put the bricks up to about this high. You need about 100 of these bad boys and about twice as many horses. And you gotta feed the horses and give them water because they can't drink the seawater, eh? They can't drink the seawater, eh? You know? Give me a break. They're looking around for seashells, okay? Now we're in Ireland, and it's the same story everywhere. We have a double canal here. This one goes into a second part of the canal here. It's all fully built out. You see that? It bends around. Fully built out, man-made canal in Dublin, Ireland. This is the Kingstown Harbor. Steamers out of place, steamers everywhere. And this is the Queenstown Harbor with a close range, close quarters potato cannon set up behind this bush, as if this fully armed vessel wouldn't have seen them out from the bay with their periscopes way before they even were in sight, and seen them peeking up behind the bush, getting ready to pop a potato at them. Give me a break. Would this work? Would this be smart? Would you want to be right here behind this bush? If this vessel made it in this far behind this man-made land bar gate into the canal system with this man-made land bar here with a square in the middle and all this stuff. And look behind here. It goes behind these two buildings. The canal does. It goes behind these two buildings and comes back around. Steamer here. Give me a break. This here's a joke. The Chateau Fort in Annecy, France. Fully built out canal system. These are fully man-made, see? And we have steamers, we have sail ships, we have rowboats and X patterns on this ironwork everywhere in France. I love the X patterns in France. See these X's? Big thing in France. It was beautiful. Now we're in Hamburg, Deutschland. We're in Germany. And look at the sail ships. It doesn't get any more Anunnaki Phoenician than that. Wooden hull, planks out, and all. Triple mast sail ships with the wooden planks out and everything. I mean, give me a break. They're perfectly lined up. All these perfect wooden boats. Give me a break. Again, Hamburg, Germany. Same thing. All wooden vessels here. Just enormous triple mast sail ships. The real fucking deal. The Anunnaki ships right here. Give me a break. The flowing robe garment folks ships right here, baby. Right here, baby. They call this one in the description. They say, "Oh, it's at Littlehampton Pier and Harbor. We have a huge, huge windmill attached to an enormous building here. See, you can't even see the building, just the top of it here. Enormous building structure, lighthouse towers, fully built out man-made canal here." And they say it's the old and the new together because as if this is the new steamer pulling the old sail ship here. Give me a break. I call bullshit. They're both not our boats or our piers or harbors or canals. They were built by someone else. All this here, Hungary. This is in Hungary, and we're still fully built out. Fully built out. Abatzia. We got pockets of survival possibly back here, and we have cooked out brick canal walls. This was all man-made and built out. You can see here, gated and everything. These were all man-made walls here. They're cooked out now, but you can see that they were like here. Perfect straight line here. See? Now we're in Africa. Algiers, Algeria. Now this is just ridiculous, okay? Okay, this is just absolutely ridiculous if we're talking Africa. The rails are already removed as if they're an old thing, as if they're yesterday's news, okay? See? The rails have been removed already. 1890 to 1910, we're talking about here. Antiquitech antennas, and these are all buildings built out on this man-made land point here, this land bar. Building bar. I don't know what you can even call these points. I don't even know. Here we have Helsingborg, Sweden, and we have steam paddlers and build out from the canals back. Perfect build out from the canals back. It's all man-made. This is way too much for this time period, for any time period, and it's too perfect. Look at the build out underneath. There's like 3 levels or floors underneath this structure, this lighthouse tower here. Helsingborg, Sweden. Brussels, the Grand Place at Brussels. We got the Anunnaki shells, the Phoenician shells, the Phoenix turkeys. We got statues in every column here, statues, and they're all Anunnakis. We got Anunnaki statues here, 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 and here. We know what they look like. And they got all the fruit and all the flowers hanging off from here. We know who's responsible for this. And it's absolutely insane that they pulled it. Not only that they thought of that, it's not only nuts that someone thought of something like this, but they pulled it off just to say hello. And here we have an enormous lamppost. We got the Anunnakis up here, the Phoenicians up here on top of their flowing robes and garments, beautiful obelisk. I think these were obelisks, not for puny bronze statues that they put on top afterwards. And then we have, not saying that they didn't make bronze statues, but you know, enormous lampposts, very fancy um, map booth here with tech on top, and we have no visible wires or cables again for these rail cars going down. And we got rail cars being pulled by not so happy horses, beautiful dresses and such. This is the Dam Square in Amsterdam. This is a shot. Look at the bridge here. Now that's beyond the capabilities in this time period. So is this fully built out canal. But this is a shot from the, um, now we're in Stockholm, Sweden. And this is the 1892 General Art and Industrial Exposition. And what they say is that these are all fake buildings, pretty much, and they're not. That's bullshit. Look at the canals and the bridge, okay, and these domes in the background and such. All these domes, the shapes of them, and the spires everywhere. But here there was a theme, and that was new media technologies. And they say that film as well as phonograph were introduced at this exposition, 1892. Here we're in, I think we're in Denmark, Copenhagen, yes. Bell towers, belfry towers in the background, Phoenician ship right here, all decked out, ornate in the front, in the bow of the ship, and we have very neat but simple wooden canal walls that line the entire canal, both sides, very cleanly and beautifully, but simple. The island of Silt, perfect lined up beachfront properties, beautiful verandas here, very ornate, and Antiquitech on every building. There is a huge, heavy metal antenna. These are heavy. It's not easy to get these up here, so they have to have a good reason to do this. These big, heavy bits. And there's antennas everywhere that don't have flags yet, some of them. They are getting the flags in this shot, though. They're getting the flags. Now we're, it says, Unter den Linden. So under the linden trees is Cafe Bauer in Berlin, and we have Antiquitech antennas everywhere, and more of these Phoenician turkeys on top of these huge rods. What are these? These Phoenix turkeys everywhere. The Baroque Lower Castle in Kassel, Austria, I think. The Lower Castle. And as if this structure doesn't have something to do with this water feature right in front of it with this bridge. Okay, as if this has nothing to do with this, they call this the Lukaskirche, which is the Lucas Church, because that's a church and it has nothing to do with that grand water structure right in front of it. This is a church in Munich, Deutschland. Now we're over in Wien, Österreich, Austria, and we have some sort of a strange, maybe underground canal right here. It's peeking out. See, what's that hiding here? Yeah, I caught that. What's this? Way down below. Look at the staircase, how deep it goes. Now they call this the Karlsplatz, which is the Karl Square, pretty much, and Karlskirche, which is the Karl's Church. Perfect build out here, as if this has nothing to do with this water feature right here. They call this the Karl's Church, Karlskirche. Not buying that one bit. There are cables here on these cable cars, but what is this? And look on the other, on this side too. There's two. It goes on that side. On that side, it's the same thing over here as over here. See the same land bar, the same arch on that side here, same structure. There's another pit over there. Is that a canal going through here underground? I don't know. It's something to do with water though, and it's very deep, and it seems like there's structure underneath where they're walking here in the Piazza Square in the Karlsplatz. So here we have definitely a missing marble obelisk. Why would you have all this beautiful marble down here on the base and not a marble obelisk to go with it? You have a little puny bronze up here with a guy on a cow, electric lights right here, and we have something that came out of heaven and dropped down. Beautiful sky colors here, and something that came from heaven. So I would say. What else is that? I mean, give me a break. That's not a powering structure of some sort or some sort of a superstructure for some sort of a. Oh, give me a break. Give me a break. And here we are. Um, where are we now? We've moved on to France now, Marseille. Just outside the North Sea back here, we have canals coming right alongside of this huge cathedral, Marseille. Steamboats everywhere, and these are man-made canals still. Every part of the world, it's the same. The US, it's the same. All the canals are fully built, man-made, same boats everywhere, the same Anunnaki boats everywhere, okay? Steamers, sail ships, sailboats, rowboats, they had it all, canoes. And we end it here in Caen, France. At the Caen harbor, we have the same thing, fully built out enormous canal walls, enormous, steamers everywhere, incredible ships, out-of-place bridges, very advanced, very unique, all of them are, and looks like probably huge granite blocks down here along this pier and harbor and such everywhere. Looks like all granite blocks to me. Enormous. We've seen that before. Check out I Am Kairos, and he can show you this stuff up close. Love you all. Take care.